Hey everyone, it's me, Edster Wu with Edster Entertainment, and today we are going to start off by talking about what has been current in the industry news. Um, so first, I want to talk about another celebrity death has happened. Luke Perry died, and he was a star in Beverly Hills 90210 and a character in Riverdale, and he died of a stroke at just the age of 52, which is it's kind of shocking because that's a pretty young age to pass away at. So, I mean, I guess it's like kind of like a sign that it can happen to anyone. So, yeah, so that's pretty tragic, especially after all the celebrity deaths that have been happening lately. So yeah, that's really sad. And um yeah, so another thing is that oh, so I want to talk about TV shows. So in one of my current TV shows that I've been watching lately, um it's been on my block and I just started watching it even though it came out like a while back ago. And so they left it at a cliffhanger, like a really good cliffhanger too. Like you don't know if well, I don't want to spoil it, but they're finally coming out with the second season and I'm so excited to watch it when it comes out on the 29th of March. And yeah, it's I don't really like TV shows. I think the last TV show that I liked was Psych, and well, I like detective shows, I guess, like Psych and Monk, and um, so when I was like, I didn't want to watch this show on my block, but I decided, okay, I'm gonna give it a chance, and I did, and I mean, I don't think it's the best show, but it definitely is something that keeps me interested, I guess. They have like a lot of different like subplots, I guess, and so I love watching it just cuz it really catches my like I just want to see what happens next. Like so there's that. And while we're on the topic of TV shows, so I read that they're trying to make a reboot of The Sandlot and they're trying to make it a TV show and they're gonna bring back the old cast, but like I really, really just like I hate reboots. Um, I don't think they ever turn out that good, and like some of my like I loved Full House growing up, and I'm just like not a big fan of Fuller House. So like it's it's like sad because like I really it's like it takes like something beloved and then it like turns it into something that I mean like a lot of people do like Fuller House, but like for me like also with Charmed, I really like the original Charmed series. I thought it was like really good, and now I not like I tried watching one episode and it was just like so bad to me. And so like I hate watching a lot of these reboots that keep coming up. And I mean, I feel like I don't know, maybe it's like a personal opinion, but I don't understand, I guess, like I don't get why we're trying. I guess the fans want it, but I also don't understand like I feel like we're trying to just like make a lot of the old stuff new again instead of coming up with new ideas, and it just makes me like feel like are we running out of ideas or what is it like really? Because like I get it, and like I was so excited, and like the only like reboot of a show that I was really excited for, and it was because it was my favorite show, was That's a Raven. That's a Raven was like my favorite show as a child, but watching the reboot, and it's okay. I mean, like as an adult, like it's kind of like, but I mean, it's still better than a lot of other reboots I've seen. They're just like not my cup of tea. And Sandlot, for example, is such an iconic movie that what is it gonna be like when they come out with the TV show if it doesn't meet up to the fans' expectations? Which can you really um, can you really meet the fans' expectations when something you've had was already so good? That's all I'm saying, you know? And so yeah, that's basically it about TV shows. I just like I read about the Sandlot and then I was just like, oh my gosh, that peeves me. I just like I hate reboots so much and I don't even know why. Like maybe like I don't know, I just hate reboots. They're so freaking annoying. And so I definitely am not looking forward to that, but we'll see. We'll watch it. We'll give it a try if they do end up going through with it. I know they're in the talks of it and they're like trying to really get it ready. So we're gonna see. And yeah, that's it. Just irks me. I don't even know why it shouldn't. But yeah. So also, okay. So for my favorite movie of the week, um, I chose Benchwarmers. So I just rewatched Benchwarmers and it was so funny. Like I remember watching it as a kid and I was like, oh, like it was funny, but it wasn't like as funny. And I just like rewatched it and it was like the best show or the best like the funniest movie I think I've seen in a while. So I like it was a lot of the lines in there. It just I don't know that the movie is just like it really the lines are so funny and I love watching it and like okay so I feel like the characters all really played their parts well and it really like I don't it's I don't even know how to explain it. It's like so dumb but like so funny at the same time. Like it doesn't it's like one of the dumbest things I've probably ever seen. But like I also like really love the comedy in it. But like I love dumb comedy, so that's something, I guess. Like yeah, I just like really I think dumb comedies are my favorite types of comedy. So that should say something. um yeah, so Benchwarmers was definitely my favorite movie of the week. Some other movies I've seen this week were How to Train Your Dragon: Hidden World. So I went to go see that. It was I'm not really a big cartoon fan. I don't really like cartoons, but the movie itself it had like a nice storyline, I guess. So that was that was nice to watch, I guess. And then I saw Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift for the first time, and it wasn't really appealing to me. And I liked the other Fast and Furious movies, but that one was a little on the boring side for me. Um, yeah, so those were a few movies that I saw this week, and I was just like, no, or yes to. So, yes to Benchwarmers, yes to How to Train Your Dragon: Hidden World, and no to Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. What I am looking forward to though is I really want to see Medea: A Family Funeral. Medea movies are like my favorite movies. Um, yeah, the I like the humor. I guess it's like not it's like dumber humor, but I just think it's so funny. I don't know why. Well, maybe because it's supposed to be funny, but yeah, definitely funny. I so Medea Family. I liked most of the Medea movies. They're not all that funny. Some are better than others. Like the Halloween ones. Sorry, they're just not good. And then they try to have like YouTubers in those. And I mean, I don't think that YouTubers make the best actors all the time. Some are, but some try too hard. Um, but yeah, I think that definitely I want to see Medea Family Funeral since it is going to be the last one. So I mean, since it's going to be the last one, I really think that I want to watch it. So that's what I'm looking forward to, and I'm also looking forward to watching Shazam. Shazam just I don't really like superhero movies either, but I do like a few, and that one does look like it's gonna be funny. So like I'm looking forward to watching that, and that one actually comes out in so Shazam comes out on April 5th. So it's about a month away. Definitely looking forward to watching that. Like I can wait, but I also really want to watch it at the same time. So so yeah, and um yeah, I just again with like movies, I feel like they're they're repetitive. So like a lot of the movies that I watch, I hope they're like original and they have like a nice unique feel to it, and that's what I like look for when I watch like a movie, like something unique about it, I guess. And yeah, so that's what I like really like strive for when watching a movie. Like, is it unique? Because again, like back to like the reboots, like when they're just like coming out with like the same content, it just gets repetitive, and then I get bored. So yeah, and I mean, and I get everyone has like different tastes in movies. So like whatever I like, someone else might not like, and I know people who don't like the same comedies as I like because like I like dumb comedies, I guess, or the humor is not as intelligent as other comedy, but it it really interests me, and that's just really what I like watching. So I hope to watch Medea within the next 2 weeks. Yes, and so yeah, and so this week I watched. Um, so about a year ago, I watched this video on Vice of this guy who basically faked his way as a fashion designer to during Fashion Week, like Paris Fashion Week, and I thought it was so interesting how he made this. He took like a pair of jeans that he bought that were cheap, and then like he was able to like resell, not resell, like show them as like a new thing. And so he basically climbed his way up to uh Fashion Week, and he was like people were like loving the jeans, and it was like that was interesting to me. So then I saw a recent video by the Zach and Jay show, and what they did was um, they got this guy, and they went to like a store, and it was in London, so like I don't really know the store, but I would assume it's like maybe like an H&M or like a Forever 21, and they um, they basically bought like the randomest stuff you can find, and they uh they took him to so they made it like they made it look so weird and like different. So they took him out on the street, and people were like believing that he was actually a model, and I thought that was like interesting how people perceive things by well, first I think it one thing that has to do with it is like once you get a crowd gathering, like once one person does it, like people imitate and follow. So that's one thing that I thought was interesting about it. And then another thing I found interesting about it was that they were able to actually like make people believe it, even though they were the stuff looked like it was fake. And I think that's like one of the funniest things to me when things are like not real, but like people believe it. And so I think that's like super funny. And yeah. So going on to other stuff about YouTube, I guess, because like I guess I watch a lot of YouTube. So like people who go on Dr. Phil and they like they think they're gonna become like famous or something. So after like the Catch Me Outside girl, there's been like a few other people who have gone on, and like I feel like they all just like want to try to be famous so badly, and they saw that the Catch Me Outside girl became like Bad Baby, and so now all these girls they want to have like bad behavior or like they're snotty or like I don't know, and it's like, is that really what you want to be known for? Because I've like seen like a pattern of like these these people trying to do like the most when like really they 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 maybe they are like that in real life, but I mean some of them seem so exaggerative, and I'm like, is that really what you want to be famous for? Like I saw one the other day, and it's like this girl. She was like, I'd rather be pretty than die pretty than be ugly. I was like, what the heck? And so like, yeah, it's just shocking to me that this is what people want to be known for nowadays. Cause if I was to be known for something, I'd want to be known for something good, not something that makes me look bad in a bad light. I mean, that's just not what I'm going after, I guess, if it were me. But, like, I guess everyone has their own path. And if that'll make you famous and that's how you want to get famous, I guess that's what. But I just think it's, like, so funny. All these people want to go on Dr. Phil and they think Dr. Phil's going to make them famous. So if that's how they feel, that's how they feel. And I guess we can't do anything about it, but that just is not my cup of tea to see people act that way and to see like people try to like a lot of these are like they call themselves like spoiled because they're like rich or whatever. I don't know. Like I think Dr. Phil in general is so funny to like watch, and like the people he has on there, some of them just act like they're not real people. Like I don't know, like, and I find that a lot with a lot of like reality TV shows. Like I watch a lot of like Judge Judy, and some of these people are just like, are you for real? Like it's like common sense, and a lot of these people like I guess don't have common sense. So I'm like, wow, it's for real. These people just like, I like watching judge shows a lot. I feel like they have a good message to them. In the end of the day, it teaches you something. And so like Judge Judy, she's like one of my favorite judges on TV because she's so real with the people, and that's what like I think is so needed. People to be real with people and not like beat around the bush. They need to just like tell them how they feel. So props to Judge Judy for that. um. So yeah, that was like one, like, yeah. So like Dr. Phil and the Fame Chasers. Dr. Phil, you're cool. Fame Chasers, you're not cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna play one of my top 5 songs for the week. Um, right now I'm gonna play Just a Stranger by Gali Uchis on the Isolation album featuring Steve Lacy.
run and pick up my tapping cup.
Okay.
Do you want any? Are you hungry? You want anything?
I'm okay, thank
sure?
you. Yeah.
Even like water?
Thank you. I'm fine, thank you. Okay, so that was Just a Stranger by Galiuchis featuring Steve Lacy. Yeah, so that's just like one of the songs that I've been getting into this weekend or this past week or for the past 2 weeks. I mean, I haven't been here for a while, I guess. Yeah, so those are some things I've been listening to. Or one of the things I've been listening to. I have 4 other songs that I want to play later on. Because I want to do like my top favorite 5 songs of the week because I feel like I listen to something different every week. So yeah, so that was one of them. Um, and so, yeah, I think that, um, so I guess, I, so those are 2 of my favorite singers, I guess, or not favorite, but I like them mediocre. I mean, not more than mediocre. I like Steve Lacy and I like, Galiucci. Um, And so that song, I just think it's so catchy. It has like a very rhythmic vibe to it, and I like songs with a rhythmic vibe, and so that's why I chose that song. And I'm actually gonna play another song right now. And so I've been listening to this one quite a bit too lately. Um, it's Lo que siento by Kuko. Um, yeah, I just think this song is very chill, relaxed. It gives me summer vibes, and with all the rain we've been getting lately, I really love the summer vibes. So I am going to play Lo que siento right now. You don't check on coming home. You can leave me. Lost in the orders that you say to me. Baby girl, can't you see? Nobody's on nobody else. I want you. I want you. Okay, so that was Lo que siento by Cuco. Yeah, so that just really it gives me like summer vibes, even though it's not summer yet, but I love songs that give me like a real summery vibe to it. So yeah, so some music. Have you guys heard about the 12-year-old rapper who who has a felony charge um, for selling CDs in the mall? Um, so what I read was in Georgia, this 12-year-old rapper was selling CDs in the mall, and they the police or the officer, I don't know if it was a police officer, um, who took him in custody. He says, "You're about to go to jail. You're going to go to a youth detention center if you don't stop." And then, um, so yeah, basically, to summarize what happened, this kid was selling CDs in a mall, and they say that he wasn't. I think I read that he was trying to meet up with some other artists in the area, but yeah, um, the the security or the police, I'm not sure which one it was. They said that he's been there before selling um, CDs in the mall. Now I think that if he's like working hard to like, I guess it's like considered like loitering maybe, but like I don't know. I think that he's trying to get his name out there. He's trying to like promote his music, which might like I just feel like he's 12 years old. That's like a little young to like give him like a felony charge. So yeah, I think he's just like trying to like sell his music. You know, if yeah, because he's a 12-year-old rapper. If he was selling bootleg music, I mean, I still think that's like a felony charge is like a lot. It's like too much. But like, if he's like trying to sell his own music, then I mean, maybe he's like disturbing the like mall shoppers, but like he's 12. Like, I don't know. If, yeah, I mean, like, he's trying to, I would call it entrepreneurship. I mean, he's trying to like sell his music. And he's trying to make it a name for himself. So, I mean, I just think a felony charge is like a lot just for like selling CDs in a mall. Especially if he's an aspiring artist or like an up and coming or trying to become an artist, a musical artist, and he's just trying to get his name out there. Um, I just think that a felony charge is way, way too much. So I'm gonna play another song actually of another or of this artist, and I don't think he's as well known, but I've definitely been listening to a lot of his music. His name's Ryan Carveo, um, and I think so he's like a rapper, and I feel like he doesn't get as much attention as, or he doesn't get as much attention as like these other mainstream rappers. So I like a lot of his songs, and I'm gonna play one for you right now. And he's actually coming out with a new album. I'm assuming on April 5th. He posted a picture on his Instagram of a 4 and a 5 on his hand, and he says it's like coming or something like that. So yeah, I can't wait for it to come out. Oh yeah, so he posted a picture of 4 or 5 on his hands, and he says save the date. So here's one. Here's a song from one of his older albums that I really enjoy listening to, and I recently just found it too. So it's called 10 Times, and here it goes. Okay, so that was Ryan Caraveo with 10 Times. Yeah, so I definitely feel like that song is just, or his music in general, I feel like it's like a different sound. Like I feel like when I turn on the radio, I hear a lot of like rappers, and they kind of all tend to mesh together. Maybe that's just like a personal opinion. I feel like they all just kind of sound the same. So when I heard his music, I felt like it had like a different sound to it, and I thought that was really cool. Um, and so, yeah, he's not as big as um, a lot of other musical or rappers. He's actually relatively small, I would say, compared to like other rappers, but I definitely think he has like a different sound that really appealed to me. And so yeah, I think that is definitely why I started listening to that music. And like I'm a big fan of like a whole bunch of different kind of music. In case you guys didn't know, or maybe you didn't know, I like just a whole bunch of different types of music. I like listening to like oldies some days and like rap some days and pop some days. So I really just like trying to find stuff that is different, um, and that I think sounds good. So yeah, so in music news, um, so Taylor Swift, she had like a stalker or something, and so he broke into her house in Manhattan, and I think he broke into her house again. Um, yeah, he broke a window and entered the star's apartment. Um, so he had a restraining order against him in April 2018. Um, oh, he took a nap at her house. So interesting. So I guess like for like up and coming artists, fame can really be like a good or bad thing. There's like, or good and bad. Like you definitely get a platform, you get fans, you get support for your music or your art, but there also comes this safety um, measure to it where people feel like they have a right or they have like a mental like something going on. And so yeah, I think they could be mentally ill, because I know it's happened to like a lot of celebrities, and they get a lot of break-ins, and it can be because they're like being stalked by a fan, or they because they know that the celebrity is out of town. Like I've heard a lot of those. Like some of them think sometimes when a celebrity is like robbed, they can think it's like an inside job because like the celebrity, they know kind of when the celebrity is gonna be gone. I think it happened to like Rihanna. It's happened. I remember I was reading, and this was like a while back, but like Sandra Bullock, um, she was literally, I think, in her house when someone broke in. Um, yeah, and like Lana Del Rey, she's had stalkers. And I think one of her stalkers was um, he let's see um, he was sentenced to a year in prison because he had a knife outside one of her concerts in Florida. Um, so yeah, that's like super creepy. I know she's had like some of her cars stolen, and that's just, I guess there's like you can see there's a good side and a bad side to fame, and so I just hope that um, that he or that they stay safe. You know, they have security, but I mean, I guess it must be hard to like know who you can actually like trust in that situation. Um, so yeah, that is definitely something that is interesting to me. Um, yeah, so another thing that I wanted to talk about today is Khalid. He's coming out with like this movie thing or something for Free Spirit. Uh, yeah, I definitely maybe probably want to see that. 'Cause he's very talented in my opinion. I think he's like again, one of the artists who has a different sound to him. He has like the indie voice, I guess, but I definitely do think his music is um, definitely better than what other people might like, but that's just my personal opinion. So I'm actually gonna play another song by him, or a song by him. I'm gonna play My Bad, and I think it's off the Free Spirit album, which is gonna be like a movie type thing or story, but it's gonna be in like movie theaters. So I might get a ticket to see that, and then I'll talk about it maybe. So we'll see. So here's My Bad by Khalid. Okay, so that was My Bad by Khalid. Definitely has that chill vibe. He is like, well, what that's what I get from his music. I really get like the chill vibes, you know, and I really think it's like it it really makes it just like I don't know, like it puts me in his music tends to put me in like that summer mood. So definitely big fan of that. And like I think it's so funny because I was watching the other day on, or just yesterday I was on YouTube, and I was watching a lot of old videos about No Doubt, um, and I guess it's like funny because they're from the Orange County, and I've listened to Gwen Stefani since I was like a little kid, so it's so funny now that I'm like, well, now that we're here at Cal State Fullerton, and like, I know she went to school around here, and it's like so cool, and it's so cool that she like made it so big, and she's from Anaheim, so she's from like just somewhere like where people like us are from, or if you're from around here. But I was like watching a lot of old videos from like 1991 when they were just like starting out, and it's so funny to see. She was like, first of all, Gwen Stefani was like so young back then, and so it's so interesting and it's so funny because I think that their music, even it's from the '90s, and like I still like listen to it, and I know people who still listen to No Doubt, and like their music's like really good. So I think that yeah, so I just think it's like so interesting to see these videos, and so they're so vintage to me because I guess I grew up with like a different type of video and mindset or whatever. But it was like VHS, so I had like the very vintage, like scrambled vibe, and it's so funny because the video I watched was like an archived video that this guy, it was like a rockumentary, I think he called it, and it was she was performing at UC Irvine, and she was like making her own costume, which now I think she has like a residency in Vegas, maybe. I know she performs in Vegas, so I think she has a residency there. And it's just so funny how things change. But yeah, she definitely is one of my favorite singers. So I think I'm gonna play one last song for today because I think I only played four. So I'm gonna play "Trapped in a Box" by No Doubt. So I hope you guys like it, and here goes. yeah, so oh, yeah, so that was Trapped in a Box by Gwen No Doubt. Sorry, I was just thinking of Gwen Stefani. Yeah, so definitely funny how they made such an impact on the culture, I guess. So yeah, definitely think that she's so cool. And talking about up and coming talents, I am going to go see uh, Charlie Brown probably that the school is playing. So I'm planning on seeing that. You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. And I think they're also playing the Cherry Orchard and um, Speaking in Tongues, I think. So you can, I think, go get tickets to that. And also, there's a basketball game tomorrow that I'm probably gonna go watch. Excited for it. So yeah, so you never know who these people are gonna become. So I think it's good to support. And yeah, if you want to support me, you can follow me on Instagram at EdsterWoo. And I'm gonna live stream on Fridays on my YouTube channel. It's also EdsterWoo, so you can watch that. But that's it for today, and thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. And so yeah, thank you. Oops.